Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, y'all. And I am up this morning. I've been up this morning for a minute. And I am folding my laundry because what I did yesterday was I normally on Saturdays or Sundays, normally Fridays, between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I kind of do the stuff that I'm supposed to do, which is like, laundry and stuff like that. I start my laundry on Friday, but I don't have to wash every week now. But so I had started my laundry, but I hadn't folded clothes. So y'all know that I'm normally up between 4, like I'm up out of the bed. I'm up sometimes between 3 and 5, and I got up at I think 4:30 this morning. So now I'm just up folding clothes, and I was supposed to wash my linen on my bed, and I didn't this weekend, so I'm doing that. And I was watching Latanya Okia again, and I love her, y'all. So look her up. Her first name is Latoya, I mean, and it's Okeia, and I really love her. Because she's very similar to me, and I was listening to her this morning, and she just was saying stuff that was like, "Oh wow, yeah, that is true." And I like to encourage people. I do. I love to encourage people. I love to be truthful. I love to be raw and uncut. And I don't want to offend anybody with my content, but I definitely want to be transparent for those that I can help. But before I get started on this video, I want to just give a big shout out to people that are sharing my content, because the people that I see that are watching my content and very interested in it is crazy, because I didn't think they would do it. I didn't think they would be my supporters. And that's what they say, right? Like, the people that you think are going to support you is normally the people that don't. And the people that you think won't support you is the people that do. So I just love that. I just love that. And I'm not going to say any names, but if you're sharing my content, you definitely know who you are, because I don't want to leave anyone out by saying names. And I might not see certain people that's sharing my content or even liking my videos or watching my videos. And it's okay if I have silent watchers as well. I don't mind that either. I just want to pour into people. That's what this is all about for me. Is just pouring into people and doing what God wants me to do, and not being ashamed of anything. You know, not being ashamed about anything that I have been through, or anything that I'm going through, or anything that I will go through. Because, life doesn't stop. When you start building a relationship with God, like, it doesn't mean that everything is going to be lollipops and butterflies. Then, like, he's still going to put things in front of you that's going to force you to grow. So, yeah, but I definitely just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody that is sharing what I'm doing. And if something resonates with you, let me know that it resonates with you. Like, it doesn't have to be like you calling me, because I do get a lot of phone calls, a lot of texts about stuff that people are like, dang, I needed that. But sometimes you can just comment up under the video and just say, I needed that, or that really helped me, or just a like. Because the more I know that I'm helping people, the more I'm encouraged to keep doing this, right? Because this is, trust me, it's not as easy as it looks. It may look very easy, but it's not as easy as it looks. It's actually, it can be, it's difficult, because I'm sharing things about myself that I normally would not talk about. And I have said that I am a talker, which I am a talker, but it's a lot of things that I don't share with a lot of people. And now I'm stepping outside of that, and I'm sharing things, that I think may help people or whatnot. But now we got that out the way. Kind of like what do you call it? The person, I ain't even gonna go there and try to figure it out, y'all. I ain't doing it. But, and I got my lights off in the room because I look different. I'm sure the lighting is horrible, but I don't care because I got all my lights is off and I'm just using my ring light. That's it, because it's still really, really early in the morning and I'm just up, you know, don't did my shower and all of that stuff, and I'm just making this video. But I got on today to just say, remember, I was watching Latoya, and God had me watch her like most of the time I'm watching her, like I said, or Joyce Myers in the morning. Those are the two people that he leads me to watch. And lately here recently it's been Latoya. Watching her like almost every morning as soon as I cut on YouTube, her videos right there. So I just go on and click on it and do what I need to do. And if y'all go and watch her videos, they're not long videos. They're not drawn out. Her lives are long, but her videos are probably like 30, 45 minutes. Like mine, it's not like 2-3 hour videos or whatever. But I wanted to talk to people about what it looks like in, you know, in your path of financial abundance and, you know, working, things like that. Because sometimes we can get confused. A lot of times we think that man is paying us and man is setting the way for us. And that's not the truth. It's definitely God, right? So I want you guys to just know we have to step outside of worldly viewpoints. And and the reason I say that is because when we're looking at everything in the eyes of the world, the lens is foggy, if that makes sense what I'm saying. The lens is very foggy. We're not getting the organic look that like God would want us to get. So we have to twist that lens a little bit and start looking at it from God's viewpoint instead of the world. And we must also remember that the world is always going to make things foggy. Always. And what I mean by that is the world is probably always going to put a negative outlook on something. So we really have to filter what we subject ourselves to and what we allow our ears to hear. That was one of the reasons I had to back away from listening to everybody. Like God literally told me to mute my tongue. God literally told me to stop talking to people, stop listening to other people's advice and come to him. That's what I had. That's what I had to do that. I had to do that. Like, and it was clear as day, and I didn't know what was going on at first. And I was still just talking to people, trying to get advice. I don't know what to do, and this, that, and the other. And then God was just like, no, mute your tongue. Stop talking to people about it, because the people that you're talking to about it may mean you good, but they're causing you harm. And so when I did start doing that, when I started just talking to God, and when I say talking to God, I mean being very intentional, like having conversations with him like I would have with a friend, having conversations with him that I would have with most of the time older women, where I was just seeking advice to figure out how I needed to do things. When I started having conversations with him like that, that's when the aha moment happened for me, where I just started getting more clarification about things in my life. And I say this all the time. I keep being very transparent about this. Like when I say my life, I mean my overall life. Like there was a lot of things in my life that was in shambles. It wasn't just one thing in my life or person in my life or people. It wasn't just people in my life. It was everything. And some of it had nothing to do with people at all. It was just the way that Camila K. Jones, let me say that again, the way Camila K. Jones looked at things. That's what it was. It had nothing to do with anyone else. It had only to do with me. And was it certain things that other people also contributed to where I'm at because of the things that was done, the things I did, the things that they done? Yes. Was I in work environments that contribute to this? Yes. So I just want to say that, like, it's a lot of things that you have to tweak in your life, and you have to like really be intentional about what you're doing. Like, I literally had to just silence the world. And when I say silence the world, I mean literally silence the world. I had to deactivate my Facebook. I had to get off of Instagram, and I'm not even back on Instagram right now. I had to, when I was on YouTube, it was only to watch, personal, not personal stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got an email. Even though I'm not at work right now, I'm still getting emails at this time of morning. But what was I saying? It wasn't, oh wow, I literally just lost my train of thought. I did. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. But what I was saying is, if I was watching YouTube, it would only be like spiritual stuff. That was it. I wasn't watching like, and some, I don't watch like a negative stuff on YouTube, but I do tend to, like, I watch like positive couples, like Brandon and Destiny. I watch their channel. They're spiritual, but their channel is not based on spiritual stuff, but it's a very positive channel, and things like that. So I wasn't watching them. I was watching, I told you guys that I like IG Forum. It's all about God. I watched their channel. I was still watching them because they would talk about God as they like did stuff, you know, for their house and help out the community. So I would watch only stuff that was geared towards God in that season of my life. So that's what I was doing. So it wasn't like I just stopped talking to just people. I just stopped doing a lot of things that would draw distractions in my life. And I think I probably need to do that again, actually, because I think I need to do it again. But that was just some of the things. And I'm saying all this to say, because sometimes we need that. We just need to pause like the worldly stuff, like for real. Because it's been a time where we had no cell phones. It's been a time where we did not have TV. It's been a time where we couldn't just call a person on the drop of a dime. It's been a time where there was no cars. So we will survive without the stuff, but a lot of times we just don't want to survive about it. A lot of times with social media too, with me, I noticed that social media puts me in a negative headspace. It really does. It will put me in a negative headspace where if I saw something, I would automatically be in my feelings. Or if sometimes I would put things on social media that did not need to be put on social media, like negative stuff. Now I try to just gear towards positive, and sometimes it may not be positive, but it's the truth. I try to gear towards godly things, relationship advice that I can relate to, or sometimes it may be something that I think I may need to work on, or something that I feel like I need just from the people that I love, or something that I like it. But I try not to put negative stuff. I try not to put all the cussing and all that stuff on there. But I do kind of feel like I might need to fast again from social media or whatnot. But yeah, I mainly just wanted to get on. Oh, I did put that on here to talk about it, and I just talked about it. But I mainly just got on here to say, like, a lot of times we think that man is paying us and providing our needs that we need, and it's God paying us through other people. Like, our finances are through God, and he just uses people to make it easier, accessible or whatnot, where we can get to it easier or whatnot. So they're just a tool. And I say that all the time. Like, sometimes God will he will want to say stuff to you, and he may use people to speak to you. And let me talk about that too for a minute. Because a lot of people, I think, are offended when people come to them with the tough love, or to having the awkward conversations per se. that God wants them to have. So God uses me to talk to people all of the time. And so what I mean by that is sometimes I can literally just be sitting with somebody and God will say something to me to say to another person. And I have said this a couple of times in my video. When God first spoke to me, it wasn't about me. It was about somebody that I cared about. And I was scared to tell the person. I was like, ooh, this is, because I didn't know what it was. It was crazy. And so I talked to my spiritual counselor about it, and I told her about it. I was like, but I don't know what to say, and I'm scared to say something because it just seems like it's kind of weird or whatever. Like, I don't know what's going on. And she was like, don't say anything now. God will reveal to you when it's time. And I was like, well, how am I going to know? In my head, when she said that, I just said okay to her. But in my head, I was like, okay, well, how am I going to know when it's time? Because I don't know, like, when he's talking to me or whatnot. So I didn't say anything to the person, and God did reveal to me when it was time. And it was just like, I remember me and the person was talking, and we was just sitting there, and then all of a sudden it was the conversation that we're having kind of went with what needed to be said, and I just kind of said it. But he definitely was not speaking to me about me at first. So I know it's a lot of people that have callings on them, and what I mean by that is it's a lot of prophets out here. It's a lot of different type of gifts that people have that God has put inside of them, and they're not getting utilized. And it's like, utilize your tools, utilize the tools that God give you, because when you do that, trust me, you will become so much happier. Like, so much joy will be over you, and it will be just like the simple stuff. And that's what I was saying Saturday on my live. I think it was my live I did. But I was just saying, I've never had so much joy. Like, ever. Anybody who knows me knows I have never been as happy as I am now. Now I have so much joy because I'm doing most of the things in my life the way God has instructed me to do it. I'm not perfect, so I'm not saying I'm doing everything the way that he's telling me to do it, but I am definitely doing most things the way that he tells me to do it. In this video, don't shift it, because I was supposed to be talking about finances and how God builds us up financially. It's not man. And what I mean by that is like working, and stuff like that, and getting a paycheck. A lot of times we don't want to do things at work because we're scared we may lose our job. That's what I was supposed to be talking about, and it's just kind of shifted towards this. And maybe it's, I don't know, maybe God wants me to, I guess he wants me to talk about this. But yeah, God will use people to just tell you what he wants you to hear. And it happened to me several times, and I think I was in denial. I'm supposed to be folding because I'm gonna have to start working soon. I think I got about 40 more minutes between that time. I have to look at the time. But God will definitely use people to tell you what he wants you to do and how he wants your life to be mapped out. Even sometimes he will use people to tell you the people that should be in your life and the people that don't need to be in your life, or the people that you haven't even met yet that he sees coming into your life. Like I'm going to say this too. So one of the people that I'm close with now from work, she's like my best friend now, like for real. We're very close. She's one of my best friends. And God has already revealed. And like I said, I try to just, most of the people that I talk to, that I'm friends with, they have to be definitely have a strong, faithful relationship with God. And it just so happened we both was in our transformation period when we met. Which means we both had spiritual beliefs, but we weren't doing everything the way that we wasn't like fully in, like God wasn't in every part of our life. So we really was just going through this journey together. And as we were going through the journey, we realized each other's strengths and weaknesses. And we know that God has an assignment for us to do together. We just don't know what the plan is, but we talk about it all the time. We do know that now we are working for a company. We love, both of us love our job. We love what we do, but we know we have an extension of that's going to be gearing towards us just working for ourselves. And we know that we're going to be a team because of the way that God has it set up with our weaknesses and our strengths, right? And that's what I say about a lot of relationships. Again, the word relationships, a lot of relationships that we have. This is a friend. This is not my spouse. This is not my children. This is a friend. So we have to remember that there's so many different relationships that God is involved in. He should be involved in all of our relationships, not just one, right? Because this is just a friend, and God has showed me, okay, this person is meant to be in your life, and this is the reason why they are going to be in your life, and this is what I see. And at one while, when we were really, really, really struggling, I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video because I'm all over the place. But when we both was really, really struggling just because of life and trying to figure out what God wanted us to do, we would talk every single day. Every day, and we would just be praying for each other. And now that we both have the tools that we need, we don't like talk every day. We may talk like once or twice a week and kind of just, okay, like my other friend that I was telling y'all about, my sister that I'm really close to from the church, like we'll talk maybe 2 or 3 times a week. And it's the same thing with this friend. And it's just kind of like a, hey, how's things going? Update me. Do you need me to support you? Or sometimes she'll text me and just be praying, and I'll text her and just be praying because God is leading her to do that. And so, but I'm all over the place, but we have to have people in our life that's going to do things like that for us. I just need it. I need people in my life that's going to pray over me. I want to pray over, I'm not married now, but when I am married, I want us to pray together. I want us to pray over our children. I want even just all of those things I feel like is needed. Your friends, praying for each other, praying with each other is important. Family members, praying for each other, praying with each other is important. Your children, praying for your children and praying with your children is important. Like all of these things is so important. Like prayer is so important. Even sometimes if you're a coworker, you see that they're struggling, and you know that they're believers, stop and pray for them. I have done it with someone that works for the company that I work for, and I don't even know him. But God, when I first started my journey, God instructed me to pray for him. And I'm like, what? I don't even know. What am I going to say? And so I just, I don't know if I sent him an audio, because that's normally what I do with people I don't have good, like close relationships with. I will just send maybe an audio, or I'll send a text message. There must have been a piece of lint or something like that, and I'll just pray for him. And that's what I did. I just used our platform that we use to chat, and I just prayed for him, and I told him God had led me to do it, and I didn't know why, what I was praying for, but I wanted to just pray for him. And I've started becoming I'm a lot more disciplined when it comes to that. When God is telling me to do something, actually doing it, I actually need to stop the video and just call and do a prayer real quick, for somebody who's very important to me. So, and I'm gonna start back. So I know I got off of the other one, then I came back, and then I'm gonna get off of this one and then come back, or I might just post this one and then post another one, do another video. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stop this one because I think the other one is 10 minutes. This one is 13. So that'll be 23 minutes altogether. So that's a long enough video. But I just wanted to pour into y'all and say that I know this video is kind of all over the place. And that's probably what I'm going to title it, is All Over the Place with God and Camila, because we all over the place and whatnot. But I'm gonna get off and do that. And then I do also have to just send a message to my kids and all of that stuff like I do every morning and stuff. But I love you guys. I'll jump back on later today and just finish the topic about God and finances and stuff like that. But I love you. Remember, if you go down God's road, he will not steer you wrong. And thank you for all of your support, and happy Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. Why am I so happy it's Monday? I don't know. I should be like this when it's Wednesday night and we get them days off for Thanksgiving, but I'm here for it anyway. And happy Thanksgiving, y'all, if I don't make a video. I will try to do a little bit of vlogging on Thanksgiving because that'll be a whole vibe, because it's a vibe when you with people that you love, right? Okay, but anyway, I'm out for this thing. I will upload this one and then I'm going to make another one later. Love you guys. And remember, do what God's telling you to do and not what you want to do. It'll be a lot easier for you. Stop being difficult. Bye.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours.